Hello, welcome to my Patreon page. So yesterday on YouTube, I dropped a couple of gems and I want to make sure that I'm keeping up to date with you all on here. So I'm recommending books to read until I know having a curriculum, but I don't want it to feel like I'm teaching you. I want you just to feel comfortable and at ease. So I just have a couple of books to get you by until we start making comments on the YouTube page or making comments on here of what, as a writer, I can assist you with and where you're trying to go on your journey and what you're having difficulty. What can I help you with? But for right now, we're going to do some books that I highly recommend, and I'll go over the programs as well, for you that are using like the scripting in Word. When you try to do film festivals and you try to enter that format, it will be rejected. Unfortunately, they do not accept Word formatting as a screenwriter. You have to use one, it's for free, but very few in good film festivals accept Celtx, CELTX. It's it's a writing program. But the big program, and at the first 30 days you can get for free, it is Final Draft. The most amazing program. There's not much that you have to do. It shows you everything. There's examples on there. If you go on there and you dig deep, you will literally be able to find previously written scripts that Hollywood people have donated to Final Draft, so you can look over a lot of screenplays. If you're doing novels, I'm sure there's some type of examples, but right now I do movies. So I just think it's amazing. And if you are looking for free screenplays, just Google it. There's a lot of screenplays out there that you can actually read. That's the best way of becoming a great screenwriter, is reading screen plays. Just read them like a normal book to see the formatting, how they flow, how you have to speak in present. Novels, you can speak in the past. If you're a novel writer, you can speak in the past. For shorts, I mean, you can write up to 2 pages. We're going back to screenplays. You can write up to 2 pages, all the way up to 120 pages. Don't write more than that, for, excuse me, for film festivals, because it can be rejected. You got to make sure that you follow all the directions, and I'm going to give you my 2 favorite websites to go to for entering into screenplays. It helps you. Yes, some of them may be free, but majority of them are not. And if you want to get the feedback that you deserve, it's going to cost you. You have to remember, you have to be willing to invest in yourself when it comes to this point in your life. Nobody's going to do it. I have spent a lot of money, but I don't feel any kind of way because I know I'm worth it. I know I'm going to get it back. The first book is the Screenwriters Bible by David Trottier. It's an amazing book. It will get you from point A to point B, all the way down to selling, if you choose to sell your screenplay to Hollywood, or if you're independent and you do everything yourself, it helps you get through that process. My next one is The Idea, and I actually have the book here, by Erik. Great. It gives you the 7 elements of viable story for screen, stage, or fiction. It's an amazing book as well. And my next one is The Guide for Every Screenwriter from Synopsis to Subplot, The Secret of Screenwriting Revealed by Geoffrey Calhoun. Those are the 3 books that I recommend because it's from point A to point B. Nothing in between. It gives you the direct. And if you scratch the if you. But the next thing, the writing programs, how many pages are you writing per day? So I one Celtics, which is a free program, and you can collaborate with on that program as well, and Final Draft, which as a writer I prefer because it's so simplistic. It has examples on there what your script should look like. And the biggest thing with Final Draft is once you buy the program, it's only like 60, it's like 60 to $99, $69 to $99 to upgrade. It's good every maybe couple, every time, maybe every two. Like I'm on 11, they're only on 12 right now, so I'm probably gonna wait for 13 to come out. Film festivals, the two that I trust wholeheartedly, because some people you just paying people to get rejected. I'm not gonna lie. You pay your $50, $60 or maybe 120 so you can get full analysis, and you get rejected. You don't get no opinion at all. By some people. There's other people that you may not win, but they'll give you feedback, and that's what you paid for. So these are the two websites that I wholeheartedly trust, and there's all the way down to novel writing, from your scripts to novels. Number one is coverfly.com. Coverfly.com. The next one is filmfreeway.com. And there's a slew of different festivals in there. You have to trust your instincts with Film Freeway. Coverfly, you are pretty good. They are very, very legit. Film Freeway you need to do your research. But Coverfly is my new gem. I wholeheartedly trust them with them giving feedback. They put you on this rating system to help with your scripts and your wins. I hope Film Freeway catches up and starts doing, because I really did like them in the beginning. But you just have, so you know what, let's Film Freeway, you got to step it up. So right now, Coverfly, go to Coverfly. And I believe, like, if you want to go to Film Freeway, you can, but you have to be very intuitive and do your research. Go to the websites to make sure they look legit. Coverfly, they make sure that everybody's on point and you get honest opinions from there. I'm not saying that you don't get it from Film Freeway, but you have to be very intuitive and do your research. I guess that's with anything you do, right? How many pages are you writing a day to reach your goal, to be able to pitch your novel, your script to somebody? I suggest 5 to 10 pages. If you're having a bad day, 1 page won't hurt. Like, if you want to take it slow, 1 page a day, go for it. We have busy lives, right? 1 page per day, that's 30 pages per month. If you want to challenge yourself, go to Scriptapalooza. They have like a 30-day challenge where they try to get you to get like 60 pages, and that's an hour worth of film, or just 60 pages worth of a novel. And novels have to be, of course, like 100 to 300 pages, to get an audience, right? Especially for true readers, for a novelist, you gotta write, at least 120 to 320 and up to get. It's like 186,000 words they're looking for when you're doing novels. Screenplays, you can write all the way from 5 pages, which remember, for screenplays, every page is 1 minute. Every page is 1 minute. So 5 to 10 pages per day. In 10 days, you'll have 100 pages. I've done it. I've done it. Yes, I have. I've done 10 pages and knocked out 100 pages in 10 days and then had to revise. And I mean, did it in, that's what, 20, 30 days, right? I got 100 minutes in 10 days. And that's what consistency is key of getting your stuff out there and branding yourself to being the writer and going down this journey that you want and becoming who you want to be in this industry. You know, it may not always want to be writing. You might want to also act. I mean, sometimes it's easier to act. I'm not going to lie. Get into the acting and becoming extras. And then if that, and you want to do writing on the side, so be it. But just get your foot wet into the industry, whether it may be I'm going to pitch festivals. That's what I'm saying. Go to Coverfly. Go to Film Freeway if you want to. But Coverfly right now is really doing their thing. And I'm always about last thing, but this is the first things first. I will do better. Please register your material with the Writers Guild Association. There's Writers Guild West and there's Writers Guild East. Secure your art. If it's just an idea, if it's music, you can register all that. And if it comes to the point where somebody is very interested, copyright, get it copyright. You gotta secure it. Copywriting is like $179. Not kidding, but it's worth it to make sure your art is secured. But for right now, let's just work on you registering with the Writers Guild Association, making sure everything you're all the way to your it's just a concept. If it's just that much of a sentence, the concept within itself, if you register it and somebody tries to jack you, you can take them to court because you have that time stamp of when you put that concept into registry for you. To go all the way to court or something becomes really big, somebody really takes your concept, you're watching TV, and you have that concept already registered with a copywritten and registered, you have a case. You have a case. And you have to secure yourself because ideas are taken every day. You cannot sit there and email somebody because they're so easy to email and give away your concept. That's where a lot of us fail, that we're so passionate, where we're sitting here with this person blah, 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 and just spewing. Don't do that. I'm not saying you can't trust anybody, but make sure you're careful with the people that you are giving your concepts to. They may run with it. But back to these 5 to 10 pages, I just think it's a really good exercise. It helps your brain. It makes you faster. Because if you look at these, if you want to write for television, you're doing script. You're doing 40 to 50 pages a day. There's a timeline that you have to meet if you want to write on a set, and you're revising 40 to 50 pages a day, maybe a week. So you doing 5 to 10 pages is just a pure exercise. And write down below, like, how many pages can you do in a day? What makes you feel comfortable? This is something that I just do to know if I ever did get hired for a series, I know I have it within me to knock out 40 pages in one day. Excuse me. Got a little air in there. No, this is a fun place. Leave your comments. Leave your anything that I can do to help you. But these are just a few things that I'm leaving with you today for my Patreon family. Please register your art, your gems, because if you see something that somebody else takes, it hurts. It really does. You don't deserve that. And last things, as I always say, how are you doing today? Mind, body, spirit. How are you doing today? We're here. So how are you doing? Comment below. Tell me how you're doing. I always want to check with you. I'm here for you. And if you're a VIP next, it is already next month. It's July 1st, y'all. So just a few more days, I'm going to be able to give you a little bit of information. Due to you being my subscribers, you get to see amazing things, right? So I'm going to be behind scenes working with some people. Like I said, I promised you BTS, behind the scenes, right? So I'm going to give it to y'all. I'm going to be taking pictures, writing information, showing you like particular things that the people are doing when we're getting ready for set. You're wondering like what smoky things, like where does that steamy stuff look like? I'll show you what it is. I'm going to give you some insider information as promised. Going to be on set for about 30 days. Excited as always. It doesn't, when you're coming from a cubicle to doing something you love, it takes all that brick off your shoulders. And, don't be afraid to go on independent sets, which a lot of people are doing today. Going within your community. There's somebody filming. That's why you see a lot of people doing YouTube, because they are interested in film. Collaborate with each other. Come together. In this time, in this world today, we have to stop being ignorant to other people. Like, how are we going to survive if we think that we're better than everybody when we're not? We all have work to do. We all have work to do. So we got to put our egos away and bring back that humanity and love. But that's just, in a whole, that's what I'm bringing to y'all is love. Love every day. Checking on y'all. Much as I, every day. How are you doing? And I say this because being in this industry, you're going to get mad at people. But you got to brush it off and know that you're not that person. You're going to run into a lot of rude people that take their job too seriously. But you got to take it with a grain of salt and keep moving in your path. And that's why I brought that up. Put the ego away. Become humble. It'll take you further than that ego will. Not to say that you don't need to have tough skin, because people have a lot of opinions, just like an asshole. But having that tough skin and being humble will get you far in this industry. Because there are a lot of ignorant people. It doesn't matter where you go, but in this industry, you're going to have people coming at you from every angle that are going to test you, your integrity, everything. You're going to be tested and you're going to be pulled in every kind of way. I've lost good friends over my new price. My worth. Hey, got a new story for you to tell. Okay, $2,500, for a feature right now. Not lying. That's how much I charge. Used to be $250. I charged $2,500 for a feature. Knew this person for 15 years. Hung up in my face. You learn who loves you every day, who respects your art every day. This person knew me from the grit, from the mud, from doing stuff for free. Hung up in my face. So you're going to lose people along the way when you learn your worth and how creative you are, how special you are, your purpose. And that's not to lead into saying, don't just be a writer. Learn every trait. Learn the seat of the director. Learn the seat of the cinematographer. Learn the makeup. Learn the biggest thing is character development. You need to give your characters a background. Your characters can't be just one-dimensional. They have to have levels as a human being to make it feel real. And as a professional, you can tell when a character doesn't have that depth. Somebody, an analyst will come back to you, give you, good and bad news. Hey, this is good, but you need to build up your characters. It's very important. And only thing you can do with that, you can watch movies, but it's not as good as reading the script. And that gives you the insight as the writer, how much got put into the movie, the TV series, or manuscripts within itself, how much of a person's manuscript, a person that writes novels, got put into their actual published book. And that's where I bring you to editing. Being a good editor makes you a better writer. Yeah, I hate editing, but I know a lot of people know I don't play with it, but I do. Being a good editor makes you a better writer, a greater writer. That helps you get all your content into your manuscript, into your scripts, into the movie, the ending result, right? So you want to know every trait. Don't deny yourself that knowledge. So I love you guys. I want you to have a great day. I hope this was very informative to you. Like I said, I have a curriculum. I'll be here back tomorrow with more stuff, more insight. To make this more genuine, make it feel more real, leave a comment what I can help you with. And otherwise, I want to keep going with my curriculum and just giving you all the information that I have. I'm working on what script that I want to download for you guys to have an example of the things that I've done recently. I just finished writing executive producer of Algia, God of Pain. Look that up. Look it up. I'm excited. It's my first horror film. It took a lot of energy out of me, but worth it. If you're here for the grit, the mud, to get yourself through, to be your own person, to be able to tell your own stories, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. I've been through it all. I went to Georgia, brought my butt right back home because I knew that wasn't the place for me. Coming back home elevated me because I know what I'm worth. I know wherever I am, I can still succeed. So don't ever feel like you gotta move. It just depends on your living situation, Not everybody's living situation. You feel like you can sit in your home and write a great script or a script or a novel. So if you feel like you gotta get out and go get a better place, by all means, make sure you're safe. But I say that to say this doesn't matter where you're from. If you're good at what you do with all the social media and everything we have, go on and make your coin. Get your money right. Get your equipment right. I'm doing everything I can. Like I said, coming from cubicle to school to internship in Georgia to coming back home and restarting everything over, learning how to be a producer, a better writer, a better editor, communicating, collaborating, letting the ego go. It's all important to lead you to where you want to be. So I want y'all all to have a great day. Get those first 5 pages written and tell me how it went. Comment on my YouTube page if, comment on the YouTube page. Comment here. Give me some insight. Show me some love. I love you all. Have a great day. I hope I gave you a lot of information today. There's more that you want to speak about, comment. You can email me also at ShyennaCreighton@gmail.com. And as I was saying, how many of y'all have journals? How many keep dream journals? I know a lot of you dream in color. I feel it. Dreaming in color is important. That means you're closer to the universe or whatever your religion is. I'm not going to discriminate. I'm not going to get into that. But when you dream in color, it's important. You're a true writer. You're a true writer. Tell that story. And one more thing. I know a lot of people want to quickly tell your story, your life, but sometimes tell it metaphorically so people will understand. Because if people don't know you yet, they're like, who are you to tell your story? Who are you? Put that on the back burner. For that one good time, you're like, oh, it's been 5 years. You got all these amazing people that finally want to hear your story. But right now, metaphorically, what can you write? What other ideas do you have? Concepts. If there's a show that you want to write, that's a spec script. You're kind of taking, like a show that I like. I'm not gonna even lie, Legacy. I would love to write for Legacy. I would love to write for Legacy. I love fantasy. I love fantasy movies. Love fantasy shows. I just think mythology is amazing. For some reason, I'm just, gets me. And I think I already know what script I want y'all to read. It's a short one. And it's won quite a bit of awards. I am an international screenwriter. I've won many awards. I've been nominated for many awards. Check it out on my LinkedIn. Certified. You have to build up your confidence to be able to talk to investors and to have other actors to mention you in other countries. It feels good. You have to learn how to build up communicating with people, collaborating with people, putting your ego to the side. That's something I had to learn. I was very stubborn in the beginning. I didn't want to share anything. Had 7 scripts. Nobody knew what I could do. Nobody knew who I was. I was just this person, and I had this good friend. He was like, yo, Shy, how is anybody gonna know who you are if you ain't willing to drop it on them? And believe it or not, it took 2 more years after he told me that. I was so scared to get criticized. But I learned there's just ignorant people and there's actual constructive criticism. Learn how to take that constructive criticism. Not just some rude person just saying ugh to you, but somebody saying this is good, but it can be better. because there's things can always get better, right? So don't take it with a grain of salt, and take what resonates. Take what resonates. I remember when I got my first analytical, they bashed me, and it was from Europe. And in America, you know, we don't all write. Like, I just write how I feel. I don't, edit, all this English type stuff. Sometimes you have to, in the beginning, write how you feel and then get an editor. That's where a lot of people like, I can't write. Don't tell yourself that. When I first got started, I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I did it because I knew I had something within me. I knew there was something that needed to come out. I know my voice needed to be heard. I know this is where I needed to be. So don't say that you can't write. There's editors. I got to the point to where it's very few in between to where I get an editor because there's just sometimes I'm just tired. I don't feel like editing. So I get another pair of eyes, sometime a third. Sometimes there's just people sometimes that don't understand what you're saying, and then there's other people that do. So don't give up on yourself. If you feel like, oh, my English is bad. Nobody speaks perfectly. Nobody. So if you try to sit there and speak perfect English for every character, it's going to get ditched. Because nobody speaks perfect English in the real world. So you can do it. Let's get it done. I'm here to guide you, to help you. Again, I love you. I know I keep talking. Have a great day. Leave comments. I gave you my email. I am here to help you, to guide you through this journey. Have a great day.